Hello everybody, I'm gonna record myself doing some readings from the Sylvia Plath book. I like this book. I got it at McKay's, the greatest bookstore of all time, if I can get it there. Yeah. Anyway, we will start. Mirror. Read this now. Alright. I am silver and exact. I have no preconceptions. Whatever I see, I swallow immediately, just as it is, unmisted by love or dislike. I am not cruel, only truthful, the eye of a little god, four-cornered. Most of the time I meditate on the opposite wall. It is pink with speckles. I have looked at it so long I think it is part of my heart. But it flickers. Faces in darkness separate us over and over. Now I am a lake. A woman bends over me, searching my reaches for what she really is. Then she turns to those liars, the candles or the moon. I see her back and reflect it faithfully. She rewards me with tears and an agitation of hands. I am important to her. She comes and goes. Each morning it is her face that replaces the darkness. In me she has drowned a young girl, and in me an old woman rises toward her day after day like a terrible fish. I guess this was written on October 23rd of 1961. Let's try to find another. I'm just going to go kind of random. Alright, this one is called Stillborn. These poems do not live. It's a sad diagnosis. They grew their toes and fingers well enough. Their little foreheads bulge with concentration. If they missed out on walking about like people, it wasn't for any lack of mother love. Oh, I cannot understand what happened to them. They are proper in shape and number and every part. They sit so nicely in the pickling fluid. They smile and smile and smile and smile at me, and still the lungs won't fill, the heart won't start. They are not pigs. They are not even fish. A lot of fish in this. They have a piggy and a fishy Some more fish. It would be better if they were alive, and that's what they were, but they are dead, and their mother's near dead with distraction, and they stupidly... What are you doing, Millie? You were so cute. Girls with Miss Rachel show Sylvia kissing the TV later. Love you, Chelsea. And there's these silly cats. I'm mostly just reading from this. Oh, let's find oh, this is a longer one. Hold on. Sculptor. Alright, I haven't read this one, I don't think. Or have I? Actually, I did read. I'll read it anyway. It's called Sculptor. It says, for Leonard Baskin. I'm not sure the relation of those people. To his house the bodiless come to barter endlessly. Vision, wisdom for bodies, palpable as his and weighty. Hands move priestlier than priest hands, invoke no vain. Images of light and air, but sure stations in bronze, wood, stone. Obdurate and dense-grained wood, a bald angel blocks and shapes the flimsy light. Arms folded, watches his cumbrous ruled eclipse. Inane worlds of Inane worlds of wind and cloud. Bronze dead dominate the floor. Resistive. Yeah, I remember reading it. I struggle on this word. Resistive, ruddy-bodied, dwarfing us. Our bodies flicker toward extinction in those eyes, which without him were beggared of place, time, and their bodies. Emulous spirits make discord. Try entry, enter nightmares, until his chisel bequeaths them life livelier than ours, a soldier reposed than death. Alright, jump to another one. Oh, there's Perseus. That one's named after our cat. I already read that one. No, I don't want to read it again right now. The other. Here, we'll read this one. It's called The Other Two. So for this one, I'll just focus on the page. The other two. All summer we moved in a villa brimful of echoes, cool as the pearled interior of a conch. Bells, hooves of the high-stepping black goats woke us. Around our bed the baronial furniture foundered through levels of light, sea-green and strange. Not one leaf wrinkled in the clearing air. We dreamed how we were perfect, and we were. Against bare, whitewashed walls, the furniture anchored itself. griffin-legged and darkly grained. 2 of us in a place meant for 10 more. Our footsteps multiplied in the shadowy chambers. Our voices fathomed profounder sound. The walnut banquet table, the 12 stairs, mirror the intricate gestures of 2 others. Heaviest statuary, shapes not ours, performed a dumb show in the polished wood. That cabinet without windows or doors. He lifts an arm to bring her close, but she shies from his touch. His is an iron mood. Seeing her freeze, he turns his face away. They poise and grieve as in some old tragedy, moon-blanched and implacable. He and she would not be eased or released. Are each example of tenderness dove through their purgatory like a planet, a stone, swallowed in a great darkness, leaving no sparky track, setting up no ripple. Nightly we left them in their desert place. Lights out, they dogged us, sleepless and envious. We dreamed their arguments, their stricken voices we might embrace, but those 2 never did come so unlike us to a stiff impasse. Burdened in such a way we seemed the lighter, ourselves the haunters, and they flesh and blood. As if above love's ruinage we were the heaven those 2 dreamed of in despair. Millie, what are you up to back there, you little poo butt? Millie, are you up to wildness in there? You silly little poo. The Shrike? What's a Shrike, Chels? Nothing. When night comes black, such royal dreams beckon this man, as lift him apart from his earth wife's side, to wing, sleep-feathered, the singular air, while she, envious bride, cannot follow after, but lies with her blank brown eyes starved wide, twisting curses in the tangled sheet with taloned fingers shaking in her skull's cage. The stuffed shape of her flown mates escaped among moon-plumaged strangers, so hungered she must wait in rage until bird-racketing dawn, when her shrike face leans to peck open those locked lids to eat crowns, palace all of it that nightly stole her mail, and with red beak spike and suck out last blood drop of that truant heart. Clap, clap, clap. What are you making anyway for food?
I went to make that pho since you don't really like rice noodles. I just made it for me.
Yeah.
And I got all the seasoning packets and vegetables in there, and then I dropped the bowl upside down in the sink, and all the seasonings like went in a pile, and I just scooped it back up and put it in there.
You silly goose.
I only got like half of it. So,
Did you already eat it?
I had very bland.
And so you didn't get any of your
No,
seasonings?
I got like somewhere between like maybe 2/3 of it.
You silly goose. I might try a bite of it. This is on the very next page. I'll go on and read it. Alicante. Alicante Lowell, but I didn't read it first. In Alicante, they bowl the barrels, bumblingly over the nubs of the cobbles, past the yellow paella eateries, below the ramshackle back alley balconies, while the cocks and hens in the roof garden scuttle repose with crowns and cackles. Kumquat-colored trolleys ding as they trundle passengers under an indigo fizzle, needling spunmily down from the wires alongside the sibilant harbor. The lovers hear loudspeakers boom from each neon-lit palm. Roombas and sambas no earflaps can muffle. Oh, cacophony, goddess of jazz and of quarrels, crack-throated mistress of bagpipes and cymbals. Let be your conbrios, your capriccios, crescendos, cadenzas, prestos, and prestissimos. My head on the pillow, piano, pianissimo. Lullaby by Susurrus Liars. What's that? Not inebriated and dented. What's it called? Italicized. They're italicized in the hand. Italiano. Epitaph. Alright, this is a few pages later. I'll go and read the fifth one. The goring. Alright, we'll read this one. It's called Epitaph for Fire and Flower. You might as well haul up this wave's green peak on wire to prevent fall or anchor the fluent air, and quartz as crack your skull to keep. What are you doing? Chaos over there. To keep these 2 most perishable lovers from the touch that will kindle angels' envy, scorch and drop their fond hearts charred as any match. Hey, Matisse. He's named after the painter Henry Matisse. He's crazy. Like a painter. Yes. Seek no stony camera eye to fix the passing dazzle of each face. In black and white or put on ice, mouths instant flare for future looks. Stars shoot their petals and suns run to seed. However you may sweat to hold such darling wrecks, hive like honey in your head. Now in the crux of their vows hang your ear, still as a shell. Hear what an age of glass these lovers prophesy to lock embrace, secure in museum diamond for the stare of astounded generations. They wrestle to conquer Cinder's kingdom in the stroke of an hour, and hoard faith safe in a fossil. Oh wait, I didn't finish it. But though they rivet sinews and rock, and have every weathercock kiss hang fire, as if to outflame a phoenix, the moment's spur drives a nimble blood too quick for a wish to tether. They ride night long, and their heartbeats blazing wake until red cock plucks bare that comet's flowering. Dawn snuffs out stars' spent wick, even as love's dear fools cry evergreen, and a languor of wax congeals the vein, no matter how fiercely lit. Staunch contracts break, and enroll in the altering light. The radiant limb blows ash in each lover's eye. The ardent look blackens flesh to bone and devours them. Yeah. This one's got a staccato to it, Fiesta Melons. Let's read this one. In Benidorm there are melons, whole donkey carts full of innumerable melons, ovals and balls, bright green and thumpable, laced over with stripes of turtle dark green. Choose an egg shape, a rolled shape, bowl one homeward to taste in the... Goddammit, my thing's unfocusing. Bowl one homeward to taste in the white hot noon. Cream smooth honeydews, pink pulp whoppers, bum rinded cantaloupes with orange cores. Each wedge wears a studding of blanched seeds or black seeds to strew like confetti under the feet of this market of melon eating. The goring. This is what I was reading in a row, I guess. Arena dust rusted by four bulls' blood to a dull redness. The afternoon at a bad end under the crowd's truculence. The ritual death each time botched among dropped capes. Ill-judged stabs. The strongest will seemed a will toward ceremony. Ob's stark face in his rich yellows, tassels, pompons, braid, and picador, rode out against the fifth bull to brace his pike and slowly bear down deep into the bent bull neck. Cumbrous routine, not artwork. Instincts for art began with the bull's horn, lofty in the mob's hush, a lumped man shape. The whole act formal, fluent as a dance. Blood faultlessly broached, redeemed the sullied air of the earth's grossness. We'll keep reading in a row. This is the beggars. Nightfall, cold eye, neither disheartens these goatish tragedians who hawk misfortune like figs and chickens, and plaintive against each day decry nature's partial haphazard thumb under white wall and Moorish window. Grief's honest grimace, debased by time, caricatures itself and thrives on the coins of pity at random. A beggar stops among eggs and loaves, props a leg stump upon a crutch, jiggles his tin cup at the good wives. By lack and loss, these beggars encroach on spirits tenderer than theirs, suffering toughened beyond the fetch of finest conscience. Nightfall obscures the beige sheer extravagant blue, White House and Almond Grove. The beggars outlast their evilest star, Riley, and with the perfidious verve, baffle the dark, the pitying eye. How's your food, Chelsea?
Alright, a little bit of seasoning to it.
Cool. This one's Spiders, the next one too. And then Anansi, black busybody of the folktales, who scuttle out on impulse, blunt in self-interest as a sledgehammer, as a man's bunched fist, yet of devils the cleverest to get your carousels told. You spun the cosmic web, you split from center field. Last summer I came upon your Spanish cousin, notable robber baron, behind a goat herd's hut. Near his small Stonehenge above the ant's root, 1/3 ant size, a leggy spot, he tripped an ant with a rope, scarcely visible, about the slope. Of his redoubt he ran his nimble filament, each time round winding that ant tighter to the cocoon, already veiling the graceful of stone, from which coils caught ants waved legs in torpid warning, or lay still and suffered their livelier fellows to struggle. Then briskly scaled his altar Tiered with tethered ants, nodding in a somnolence appalling to witness to the barbarous outlook. From there chose his next martyr to the gross cause of concupiscence. Once more, with black alacrity, bound round his prisoner, the ants, a file of comers, a file of goers, persevered on a set course. No scruple could disrupt, obeying orders of instincts, till swept off stage and infamously wrapped up by a spry black dais ex machina. Nor did they seem deterred by this. Whew. It's a birthday poem. I don't know.
Your birthday.
Oh my god.
I've been drinking a little bit.
You're cute. Alright, this one's called The Rabbit Catcher. It was a place of force, the wind gagging my mouth with my own blown hair, tearing off my voice, and the sea blinding me with its light, the lives of the dead, unreeling in it, spreading like oil. I tasted the malignity of the gorse, its black spikes, the extreme unction of its yellow candle flowers. They had an efficiency, a great beauty, and were extravagant like torture. There was only one place to get to, simmering, perfumed. The path narrowed into the hollow. Oh, shut up, not too many pages. And the snares almost effaced themselves, zero, shutting on nothing, set close like birth pangs. The absence of shrieks made a hole in the hot day, a vacancy. The glassy light was a clear wall, the thickets quiet. I felt a still busyness and intent. I felt hands round the tea mug, dull, blunt, ringing the white china. How they awaited him, those little deaths. They waited like sweethearts. They excited him. And we too had a relationship, tight wires between us, pegs too deep to root, and a mind like a ring sliding shut on some quick thing, the constriction killing me also. Alright. Lord. I'm starting to get tired. I might read a few more, but that's about it. This one's called Event. I'm just gonna... How the elements solidify the moonlight, that chalk cliff in whose rift we lie. Back to back, I hear an owl cry from its cold indigo. Intolerable vowels enter my heart. The child in the white crib revolves and sighs. Open its mouth now, demanding. His little face is carved in painted red wood. Then there are the stars, ineradicable, hard. One touch, it burns and sickens. I cannot see your eyes. Speaking of not being able to see. Where apple bloom ices the night, I walk in a ring, a grove of old faults, deep and bitter. Love cannot come here. A black gap discloses itself on the opposite lip. A small white soul is waving, a small white maggot. My limbs also have left me. Who has dismembered us? The dark is melting. We touch like cripples. There's one. Should I finish on that? It's like quest to find one more poem to read, perhaps. Poppies in October. Yeah. She's cute. Oh, I read this one. Oh, alright, I'm gonna finish on this one, now I sign off. I already read this other with Charles. We were sharing poems, but it has a nice... You're sweet. I love you too, Charlie, bro. Alright, aquatic nocturne. Deep in liquid indigo, turquoise slivers of dilute light quiver in thin streaks of bright tinfoil on mobile jet. Pale flounder waver by tilting silver, and the shallows agile minnows flicker gilt. Great blue mussels dilate lithe and pliant. Dull lunar globes of bulbous jellyfish glow milk green. Eels twirl in wily spirals on elusive tails. Adroit lobsters amble darkly olive on shrewd claws. Down where sound comes blunt and wane like the bronze tone of a sunken gong, gong. Alright, anyway, this book of Edited and annotated with an instruction by Ted Hughes. It's her husband, right? That she, I don't know. I don't want to get into that. But yeah, collecting poems. I like the bug design. Windshield Puller, and then of course by McKay's. I'll advertise them because they have good deals on shit. And I got some really good books for like $1.50, and some I was like 75-50 cents. So can't go wrong with McKay's books. So peace.